Hello, all. So, this right here is a pitch for a hypothetical Venom TV series. As per the leaked 2014 Sony and Marvel deal, any animated TV series with Spider Man where episodes are less than 40 minutes long is owned by Disney. This remains true with Ultimate Spider Man, Marvel Spider Man 2017, and What If Season 1. I didn't mention that in the video I made about the Marvel Team Up series, but another reason I pitched the Marvel Team Up series is because Spider Man content is really lacking in animation right now, currently airing anyway. All we have is the Disney Junior show, Spidey and His Amazing Friends. And complain about Marvel Spider Man 2017 all you want, but at least it wasn't just trying to be for literal babies. Now, I understand what the new show is, I understand why it is made, and it's honestly not the worst thing for baby's first Spider-Man. And so, with this and my Marvel Team Up show, would be starting a new universe of Marvel content geared towards the teenager to young adult range. Not because of excessive violence or random swearing, but because of genuine peril for the characters, high stakes, and some complex themes and topics. So, episode 1 would begin with a recap of season 2 of Marvel Team Up, but this time from Eddie's perspective. He reflects on his reaction with Spider Man and feels he needs to atone for what he's done, so he tries to fight crime. I would start off with him fighting the Scorpion and injuring him. Not enough to be fatal or cause massive bloodshed on screen, just enough to give Mac a reason to hate Venom, but also to show that Venom isn't truly prepared to fight crime. Sure, they may have helped Spider Man beat Carnage, but that was honestly more of survival instinct than anything. So, episode 2 opens in Ravencroft. The facility's land was just bought out by the Life Foundation. Carlton Drake wants to run experiments on the inmates in the facility, and so we find out, from Cletus Cassidy's perspective, that Carlton is paying off everyone involved to allow the inmates to practically disappear from records. Across the city, Venom will be uniting with Reed Richards to fight Doctor Doom. Throughout the episode, Reed will try to convince Eddie to remove the suit, also refusing to call Venom they. Doom, at the end, makes a ploy to ask Venom to join him, but Venom sides with Richards, beats Doom, and then leaves. Episode 3 will show Eddie, not as Venom, but himself trying to find good to do in this world, to further atone for the things he feels he has done. He finds Feast and submits an application. Now we see Martin Lee's office with him having an inner struggle. He fears Venom will emerge and hurt people, but also respects Eddie trying to better himself by helping the world. So he lets him volunteer, and then Spider-Man shows up. Episode 4 opens right where the last one ended. Spider-Man is now in Feast, claiming Martin has done some terrible things, but Eddie doesn't believe him. Peter calls Venom to help him, but they decide to fight him. Peter is nearly beaten, but then Martin blasts Peter with some form of power. Venom then realizes that Martin is Mr. Negative and tries to fight him alongside Peter. At the end of the fight, a new white symbiote lurks away to haunt Venom another day. Peter puts Aunt May in charge with Eddie as second command. Episode 5 starts with Eddie going to Anne's apartment. She is still upset at him, but when he explains that he and the symbiote are no longer on a revenge quest against Spider-Man, and also how he's currently second in command of Feast, Anne then goes to work, finds herself opposing Matt Murdock in a trial. She fails and goes home. Then we cut back to Ravencroft and find Carlton interviewing Cletus to learn about Carnage. Episode 6 opens in a lab, with a now free Cletus Cassidy and Carlton Drake working. They realize that the red symbiote is currently unwilling to spawn new symbiotes, so Carlton decides to try to kidnap Eddie. He sends Kraven to get him. Kraven fights Venom, but wields stolen shocker tech to beat Venom. Venom wakes up in the Life Foundation and sees Cletus and Carlton standing over him. Episode 7 cuts to a hospital room with Mac Gargan bandaged up. Lucky for him, his scorpion suit was removed by the doctors. Then, a doctor in a white and gray set of scrubs walks in. The doctor tries to help Mac, and then the camera goes back to Anne. Anne discovers that her law firm is being hired to handle the acquisition of Ravencroft for the Life Foundation, and finds out about Carlton's shady business practices. She goes to Matt Murdock and explains the situation. Also, at the end of the episode, the doctor is revealed to be the anti-Venom symbiote, bonded to a random doctor, who then bonds to Mac. Also, Eddie is separated from the Venom symbiote at the lab. Episode 8 starts with Matt Murdock suited up as Daredevil to help Spider-Man investigate Carnage, and Matt learns that he is going to need Anne's help in the court, and some heroic help in missions against the Life Foundation. He assembles a team of Black Cat, Spider-Man, Deadpool, Morbius, and himself. They call themselves the Symbiote Slayers. They form a plan to break into the Life Foundation. Also, Venom is forced to spawn some more symbiotes, and a new gray symbiote is formed. Episode 9 opens with Scorpion traveling to the Life Foundation and fights Daredevil's team of heroes. We find that Spider-Man's powers are weakened by anti-venom, and with more exposure could even remove Spider-Man's power permanently. The team then continues in and beats Riot and reunites Venom to Eddie. This united team of Venom, Spider-Man, Daredevil, Black Cat, Morbius, and Deadpool fight Carnage, Riot, and Anti-Venom. The Symbiote Slayers ultimately win. And episode 10 would just be one long court scene. We see a culmination of everything with Eddie's testimony. He explains his moral conflict with himself, explaining how he's moved past from just being a vengeful shell of a man, and is now there, just trying to save civilians, same as Spider-Man. And this would be the end of the show. I wouldn't have it go for a second season or anything. Just a short little run, I guess, to show that Venom has truly progressed from where he was at the end of Marvel Team Up Season 2. Thank you for watching.